Counting on Alum Jessa Duggar Sewell has been living happily with Ben and their 5 children. The 31-year-old mom likes to share adorable stories about her kids. But despite her busy life as a mother, she continues to stay in touch with most of her siblings today. However, some Redditors think there's one thing the 5th Duggar child hasn't done yet. Jim, Bob and Michelle Duggar raised their kids in a strict conservative lifestyle. Due to their church, the Counting on Alums have been longtime followers of the Bible. But as the years went by, many of their married daughters began to step away from their beliefs. Some of them have publicly denounced the Bible, while others continue to neglect their strict rules. However, some Redditors think Jessa remains strong in her faith and is still a follower of the Bible. Some Counting on fans on Reddit discuss the possibility that Jessa Duggar Sewell is the only married daughter of Jim, Bob, and Michelle who hasn't stepped away from the Bible. According to the poster, Jinger and Jana have publicly announced their decision to leave the Bible. It's also notable that some in-laws, such as Abby and Katie, have contradicted many of the Duggar family's beliefs. One of them was when Abby decided to take dance classes with John David. Meanwhile, Katie hasn't been following the IP's strict dress codes, and many believe that Jed allowed her to wear pants. Some commenters also recalled the time when Jessa answered with a no as she was still following the Bible during one of her 2 but she never fully shared the reason why. Is Jessa the only married Duggar sister who hasn't yet left the cult? I'm just trying to think. Jill left Bible. Jinger left Ivlt. Joy also announced that she left Ivlt. Now it's just Jessa. Am I missing someone? I think she's the only one who hasn't publicly denounced Bible. But I would not say that any of them have truly left the cult, honestly. Maybe Jill. It's ironic. I thought Jessa would be the one to leave and Jill would stay. Jessa looked like trouble growing up, and Jill had the most obedient daughter vibe. It wasn't until courting that my opinion changed during a Q. And on Instagram she was asked if she and Ben are part of Bible, and she said no. Whether that's actually true, many of Jessa's social media posts today are about photos and adorable stories with her kids. In April, the Counting on Alum shared a series of story time about her kids. One of them was Spurgeon's poetic response when he lost his chapsticks during one of their trips to Silver Dollar City last December. Jessa Duggar Sewell also took to Instagram last week to share cute grown-up pictures of Henry and Spurgeon. These 2 best buds can't believe they're 8 and 7 years old already. She captioned, "Counting on Alum Jessa Duggar Sewell recently made headlines after sharing a series of her kids' sayings, their stories of unexpected and funny things her children have said. One of them was about how Spurgeon dealt with his lost chapsticks." However, some Redditors were worried about Jessa's son Henry following her unexpected posts. In a Facebook post, Jessa shared a story about how Spurgeon reacted to losing his chapsticks during one of their trips to Silver Dollar City last December. According to the Counting on Alum, her oldest son couldn't find his chapsticks anywhere when they got home. Due to this, they began to assume that he may have lost it or that someone else at the theme park stole it. But what caught the attention of many was Spurgeon's response, "Who knows what happened to it? Not many pickpockets around, but who knows, could have been one," Spurgeon said. Many commenters laughed at his poetic words, but some Redditors noticed something odd with Jessa's sudden story time. Some Redditors reacted to Jessa's story time with her kids. According to the poster, the Counting on Alum shared a lot of stories from Ivy and Spurgeon. However, the Reddit user noticed that the mother of 5 barely talked about her son Henry. Others agreed and worried that Jessa Duggar Sewell may not be talking as much with Henry compared to his other. Wow, it's like Henry doesn't speak, or he does and Jessa just ignores him. I think Jessa ignores Henry. Maybe he's a normal kid, and because of that, she doesn't perceive him as an intellectual little adult. That Spurgeon and Ivy are the second option made up things Jessa's 2 fave kids have said. Poor Henry gets one, and it's a correction. One of Jessa's latest updates about Henry was a clip of him showing off his artistic eyes. According to the Counting on Alum, her son just drew an impressive castle using a mechanical drawing toy. Many were also surprised by his skills and mentioned how difficult it was to draw with the gadget. Jessa Duggar Sewell previously mentioned that Henry was suffering from a speech delay, which made her decide to send him to therapy. Since then, the proud mother has shared the developments in her son's ability to talk. Counting on Alum Jessa Duggar Drops is back on social media with shocking news about her son. Spurgeon, the 31-year-old mom, has been relishing every moment with her children. She likes to document her adorable moments with them, but many were caught off guard after Jessiah shared a story about Spurgeon getting robbed in the theme park. Jessiah recently took to Facebook to share a story time with Spurgeon. According to the counting on Alam, her son just took his new chapstick to Silver Dollar City last December, but when they returned home he couldn't find the chapstick anywhere. Jessiah Duggar sealed later asked him to check all his coat pockets. The mother of 5 was caught off guard when Spurgeon answered, "Who knows what happened to it? Not many pickpockets around, but who knows could have been one." Spurgeon's poetic response received many reactions. "Ah yes, so many out there pickpocket for used chapstick. Too cute. Always have to watch out for the chapstick bandits. Who knows? They could be everywhere. Maybe it was taken by the robbers on the train ride. Also make sure to go back for the new fire in the hole." It's great mishearing from Spurgeon. Hope to see more of these little observations. This wasn't the first time Jessiah shared a cute story about her kids. During the same day, the counting on Alam shared a story about how Ivy scolded Spurgeon for not letting Henry win in a game of slapjack by saying, "Spurgeon, Henry's a child, let him win." However, Spurgeon responded, "Well, I'm a child too." Jessiah shares a lot of funny things the kids have to say. Jessiah Duggar Drops also shared Spurgeon's hilarious reason for liking oranges. According to him, he got himself an orange, but not because of its taste. "It's just because I like the thought of strong immune system," he explained. He seems like a pretty smart kid. If you are looking for more Duggar family news, come back to Bombshell 24 for all your updates. Sadly, the Duggars aren't on television anymore, but you can keep up with them by following on social media as well.